And next we have Underworld Vampire Brigade, a LitRPG series, book number 6 in the Underworld series, written by Apollos Thorn. It is 263 pages, $4.99. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. I actually think it's a little longer than 263. I felt like it was more like $350. But here's the author's description. After surviving Mistress Nava's wrath, Elorion is banished from the sanctuary and everything he holds dear. He finds himself on an impossible quest to retrieve something from Lord Darius' vault for the Head Mistress in hopes of bringing everyone back together. And that is absolutely kind of the setup for what happens here. So there you go. Full disclosure, I received Advanced Copy review. I purchased a copy when it became available. This is always a fun series for me. Like, I never really have ever had a bad time with this story or this author or this series in general. This particular series is very slice of life. And a lot of it is just like this slice of life adventuring through the underworld. Hence the name of the series. With action and adventure being like the big keys. And this one is really no different. This one actually is a little more of a setup where the main character is leveling up to go on that final quest that is talked about in the novel description. So a lot of the story is just kicking butts, fighting monsters, powering up your levels. There is an added dimension to the RPG progression with a touch of cultivation in this particular novel. And it's just like an easy series, an easy novel to just sit back, binge, and enjoy. It's like watching a really nice action movie with RPG mechanics and monsters and fighting and vampires and a lich companion. So it's not like any RPG action you've ever seen, but it's a good one. It really is. Again, there's not a lot of plot development here. Like I said, it's really just set up for like the next big arc. Where he's finally fulfilling that quest line that he was offered such a long time ago. That doesn't mean there's only action in the story. There is good power progression, magical theorizing, character development for the main character because it's a smaller story with like only 3 characters mostly focused on for most of it. For not just the main character, but also for the side characters that are in that particular group. And there's just a surprisingly interesting lich that joins the group that I was surprised at how much I liked. He doesn't seem that interesting in the previous book where he was first introduced, but in this one, it's just like, oh, this is actually a really interesting character. And I like the perspective that he brings and kind of the tone to moderate the other 2 characters. So good character. It's a really enjoyable read. If you're into a slice of life, action, adventure, this is a must read for you. For me, it gets a score of 7.7 out of 10. That's Underworld Vampire Brigade. Really enjoyed it with a score of 7.7 out of 10.